3-0 at Anfield to 19th placed Sean Dyche. We're doing the thinkable. This is us now, by the way. Look around. Take in your surroundings. Brentford, Everton, Newcastle Rugby Club. This is who we are now. These are our peers. Raul Jimenez, Beto from Everton, James Ward-Prowse. I can't find I'm genuinely enraged at what I'm seeing at the moment. Igor Thiago gets in our starting 11 so differently. This is mental stuff. Danny Welbeck's got 7 goals in the league this season, and our big money men. That sounds kind of crazy, to be fair, actually thinking about it. Our big money signings have barely got any to speak of. Bring an inhaler to a medical in the general Liverpool area, you'll get into this team. No questions. There's losing a game, right? And which we have got plenty of work experience on, like, for this season so far. And then there's losing 3-0 to 19th place Nottingham Forest. Now, I don't even mean that. I'm not trying to beef Nottingham Forest, okay? They're obviously amazing last season, qualified for Europe. Sure, Crystal Palace's Yahoo account helped them out a little bit in the end, but they made it into Europe and they deserved to last season, right? They're a better team than where they are in the league right now. They got good players, Morgan Gibbs-White, Elliot Anderson, who battered us throughout the course of this game. The fact of the matter is, as we're playing this game at Anfield, at home, a place that was a fortress for so long, that stat of Virgil van Dijk, who'd lost 1 game in his entire Liverpool career at Anfield. Forget that stat now. That stat's a myth. This season has ruined it. It doesn't look impressive at all. He's probably lost like 4 recently alone. It stinks. We stink. Louder background. It's different. I've got pink shit now. Listen, I've watched Sky Sports Halo. I know what I'm doing here. I needed emotional and moral support, and I'm not getting that from Liverpool Football Club at the moment. Instead, I'm getting new sports. Weekly. Competitive Ecuadorian jellyfish fishing this week is happening. We can't just limit ourselves to croquet anymore. The amount of sports that I need to take up now to distract myself from this Liverpool car crash is getting egregious. Competitive under-23s basil growing this month. I need it across a longer time period. I want the whole year. I don't need a distraction for just 1 week. This whole season's a wrap already. We have lost 6 games. We've not even drawn one, even by accident. If we don't win, we lose. Arne Slot was quoted this week, as saying, right, that he wasn't thinking about the title race. He just needed to take it game by game. And he's right. I don't think it's wise to think about winning the championship until next season when we're actually in it. The small leagues are calling. They're telling us to get down there into those instead. This is insane, by the way, So I do a series with Jem, Wolfie, you know him from Unpopular Opinions, and Trip as well, They're gonna rip me apart, guys. I haven't filmed that yet. It's over for man. Someone please give me some advice on how I'm gonna deal with that situation. I might just have to, on FIFA where you select sides and you move over to the other side. And now I'm walking down the street with Liverpool into a dark alley. Liverpool's my boy, We're in the same gang together. 17 Dons are waiting with weapons in the dark alley. I have to switch sides now. He's getting rushed. He's my friend, but I'm joining them. We're beating him up. This is a constant concoction of calamities on a day-to-day. 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. I can't, guys, I don't think you actually understanding how bad this is getting. The slot machine, it's not, the luck ran out. It's over. Like, stop gambling. Take your £3.50 and get out of the casino. We're still insisting on playing Specs Gonzalez up front. Just allow the experiment for a second, man. Alexander Isak, he's not up to it at the moment. The lack of fitness stuff, the fact that he's not had a pre-season, he's like 3 months behind everybody else. Just let it go. Even Sweden weren't on playing him. Graham Potter took one look at the guy and said, no, I don't need a bean sprout up front. He put people up front that I don't even know the names of. 150 million. More like 150 pounds. 150 Vietnamese dong. It's over. His rating was bad, They give him a 5.7. They went back and retrospectively made it worse. They said that wasn't even bad enough. We have to take a couple more points off you now. I can't believe Arsenal came to Anfield and played for a draw earlier in the season. Because I think we've now started playing for losses. I've never even seen things like that before. That was a disgrace disgrace to all of North London that Arsenal did that. Because we have genuinely spent, I mean, what? Probably 5.8 quadrillion naira, and we've got a minus goal difference. A minus goal, we're on -2. We're in the bottom half of the table. You've got to scroll to see us. Page 2. Arne Slot, yeah, I don't know. I don't care what it takes. I don't care if it takes a trip to Turkey. I don't know if your confidence is down because the baldness has just taken over, but the Eric Ten Hagification of this team, I will not stand for it anymore. I know he's bald and he's Dutch, but it doesn't mean he has to manage the same way because it's getting too much now. Some of these decisions aren't making sense. The squad, I've got some serious question marks for certain players. Mo Salah, I don't even think Saudi Arabia are interested in you like that anymore, broski. It might be like a Qatar vibe. You might have to go to like the Sudanese division. Cody Gakpo looked like HS Tiki Toki out there, and he just got out of prison. I want him back in there. I need that man incarcerated. Speaking of which, Arne Slot, welcome to the Arne Slot Penitentiary. You put yourself in there now, bro. You've arrested yourself. Need to see him behind bars just for a week, just in the holding cell, to think about what he's doing. I need the players to just take a second, take a touch, and think about what's going on now. Because this is a serious situation. At the moment, we're proving Wayne Rooney right as a pundit, and that is about as egregious as it can possibly get. We've lost 6 out of our last 7 Premier League games, mate. If Unai Emery had actually attended his own tactical meeting and done his homework and looked at what we struggle to deal with, which is any level of physicality, long balls and set pieces, we'd be 7 losses out of 7. Somebody call up Roberto Firmino, because I can't do this anymore. It's improbable that I can do this anymore. So what's the deal? Why is this happening? Well, I've talked, I mean, the amount of times we've lost now, you've seen me crash out many a time. I've talked about the tactics. I've talked about the fact that we've bought a lot of good players. We haven't bought a lot of good profiles, right? The way that Arne Slot wants to play, the way that Liverpool players want to play, we have not recruited the type of profile that makes sense in that tactical setup. We've built a front three where we were so good at pressing, we didn't allow teams to get out. I know we weren't doing like gegenpress like in the early and middle times of Jurgen Klopp. Even the last season of Jurgen Klopp wasn't quite as intense for that. Arne Slot wasn't quite as intense for that, but we could press effectively. We had players that could do it, like Luis Diaz, like Darwin Núñez. We don't have those players, obviously, like Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota is not an excuse. Obviously, it's an absolute tragedy that I'm sure still shrouds the squad and the dressing room on a day-to-day basis. It can't be used as an excuse under these circumstances, but I'm sure it's a contributing factor. When have we ever even seen that? In recent times, we haven't, so I'm sure it is having like a psychological effect. But there are a lot of things that are happening in this team that aren't making sense, and I said it before, I said it in the last video that I had to do about these lot fans. Do you understand how ridiculous it is being a Liverpool and Nigeria fan at the moment? A half Nigerian Liverpool fan. England are keeping things together, and that's when you know it's bad. I know England have been better footballing wise recently, but Jesus Christ, if I'm relying on England to keep me sane from a footballing perspective, it's a wrap, bro. It really, really is. But I've said so many times, Liverpool, our inability to press effectively is making us easy to play through. Nottingham Forest are being managed by Sean Dyche. Now, I don't think he's quite as Brexit as a lot of people suggest. He's not just long ball, get it forward as much anymore. He's definitely a bit more low block. He makes a lot more sense as a managerial appointment for Nottingham Forest than Ange Postecoglou did after Nuno Espirito Santo, but he can still get his team to play some nice football. But the way they were popping it around us was insane. Right, okay, you know what? Let's talk about the game in chronological order, all right? Because we actually started the game all right. Right, now, bearing in mind, this is a chance for a refresh, all right, a reset. We're playing 19th in the league at home. We've had an international break. The players have gone away to go and qualify or not qualify for the World Cup of 2026. They've come back now. Okay, everyone can sit down. We've got a team to play, and we start bright. We actually had some decent chances. That Szoboszlai deflected strike. McAllister probably should have scored early, but it was just good defending. I think Forest did well to pack out the area and put a block in. There wasn't a crazy amount more he could have done, but anyway, high XG chance regardless. Yeah, we actually started well. If we look at the first 30 minutes in isolation, we actually did well to kind of nullify Forest relatively well and also just play well. Sorry, I'm kind of waffling here. You know what I'm saying? We played well, right? Murillo scores. First things first, what are the rules for like getting in the way of a goalkeeper? Because I need to know now, because obviously the Liverpool Man City goal happened where we had our Van Dijk header disallowed because Robertson was like in the same postcode as Gianluigi Donnarumma. We've actually got a guy in front of Alisson now and the goal's being given. So I do need to understand what the rule is there. But anyway, we go 1-0 down, we fall apart mentally. We haven't got the facilities anymore. We haven't got the testicular fortitude to actually stay in a game when we concede in a football match. It's not possible. We can't do it. We go 1-0 down, heads drop, confidence shattered. And I get it because our form has been so bad and we have played badly all season. We've played well twice this year. No, 3 times. I'd say we played well in both the games against Madrid side, so Atletico and Real in the Champions League, and we played well enough against Everton. It wasn't amazing, but it was like a 7 out of 10 all round. Other than that, every other game we've had to luck our way through or last minute and inshallah our way through, or we've lost just outright and we've been bad. So I understand why confidence is low, but this is a group of extremely good footballers. Extremely good. There's very, very high talent in this team. Alisson is an unreal goalkeeper. It's great to have him back. Virgil van Dijk is one of the best centre-backs the Premier League has ever seen. Like, recency bias, people are going to shrug their shoulders at that and be like, you're biased. But no, he's up there, right? You've got Rio Ferdinand, you've got John Terry, you've got Sol Campbell, and you've got Virgil van Dijk as like the elite centre-backs probably of this modern league's history. And like Vincent Kompany actually probably should be in those shouts as well. Ibrahim Konate, guys, I'm being so deadly. I need to see, because he came off in this game. Can we substitute him permanently? Because I'm not sure if I ever actually need to see Ibrahim Konate on a pitch again. For anybody, just wrap it up. He needs a new sport now as well. Kirkes wasn't quite as bad as Kirkes normally has been, but I still think he might be an undercover agent. Ibrahim Konate, thank you, bro, for the memories. Leave. just please. Real Madrid, I'm talking to you directly. If you want to make something happen, yeah, I'll facilitate it. I'll act as a negotiator. I'll write up all the contracts for you. You won't have to do a single thing, bro. I'll do anything you require. I'll write up the contracts. I'll liaise. I'll make sure morale is high. I'll deal with catering. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure this man signs for you, because he was a calamity in this game. But anyway, heads drop. As much as I said that the original goal probably could have been disallowed, Igor Jesus then just has a goal for absolutely no reason, disallowed as well. Allegedly handball, hits him in the chest. VAR looks at it, it hits him in the chest, they still give it as handball. I don't even know what the referees are smoking this year. Genuinely, it's bewildering me. I'm running out of words, as you can tell, but VAR decisions this year have been an absolute shit show. But anyway, should be 2-0. Second half, immediately 2-0 anyway. Doesn't matter. Then Morgan Gibbs-White scores towards the end to make it 3. And we didn't look good at any point during the second half. It looked like we came out and we'd given up because we'd gone 1-0 down in the first half. And some of the goals we're giving up are just calamities. I mean, the Murillo one is from a set piece, again, that we don't deal with, but there's nothing like inherently calamitous about it. The second goal is wing back to wing back in our area, and the goal scorer is just completely unmarked. The third goal should have a couple people tried in the UN, like in the UN courts, not even our jurisdiction, not even our courts of law, like next new ones for the whole globe. They've got every world leaders there. Andrew Robertson stands in front of them and he has to explain how he let Amari Hutchinson rinse him like that. Alisson makes a save. He does about all that he can do, and it's converted back in by Morgan Gibbs-White, who deserved a goal. As I said, him and Elliot Anderson were absolutely amazing. I need some explanations from certain people because it's getting out of hand and it's genuinely raising some questions. And if you'd said to me that I would have to say this as a statement at the start of the season, I'd have called you crazy. But there are people that are saying Arne Slot should lose his job. Now, I don't think we've quite got to that stage just yet. We're close. Not close. We're like getting there. He's got brownie points from winning the league last season, but I think, truth be told, it's a failure from multiple different parts. The players should be doing better. This is one of the most expensive Premier League sides to ever be assembled, and we're 11th in the league with a -2 goal difference, behind the worst Manchester United team in Premier League history. We're behind Aston Villa. Villa. We're behind Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, Palace. To be fair, they're good teams these days, but you know what I'm saying. We're 11th. That's the fact of the matter. The players have got to take some accountability because some of them have been absolutely awful in unprecedented scenes. Ibrahim Konate is example numero uno. Been terrible. Mo Salah, absolutely shocking. And it's not even necessarily just specifically role related. They've just been bad. They've just been outright bad, stinky, honky. Certain other players have been bad as well. McAllister hasn't been as good. New signings haven't fitted in. Florian Wirtz. I've defended that man a lot because he has played well when people have said that he's played badly just because he's not got a goal or an assist. But he has to step up now. We're into November. You're a 100 million plus pound player. You gotta start bringing stuff to the table. You gotta start bringing goal contributions or real top quality performances like he can produce for Germany. He went on international break and was absolutely amazing for Germany. But then again, recruitment, as I said, we've got a front three that can't press. We've got a side generally that can't deal with long balls at all or set pieces. Obviously, Zabozlai's having to start at fucking right back now because we've got injuries all over the gaff, which isn't helping. And managerially, there's just decisions that are just being made that are silly as well. And again, I'm not going to go into the grave details of every single issue, but wing backs, we don't have good enough options at all. Our midfield is a bit too lightweight and we don't have someone that can help again. I've said this so many times, but to screen in front of our back line, our centre-backs have been poor by their own standards. Our press is ineffective. We're not physical enough. We concede too many goals from set pieces. Combine all of those things together and you're in real trouble on a weekly basis. Our depth is somehow so shocking in so many different areas. Say how much money we've spent, but obviously we've sold so many players. It's why our net spend is the same as Arsenal's, even though we've spent a lot more in terms of expenditure, just raw expenditure, because we also sold better players like Diaz, like Darwin Núñez, like Jarell Quansah. These are players that would actually be extremely helpful right now. Luis Diaz has gone Bayern Munich and he's tearing it up. And I wasn't against them being sold at the time, like individually, because I think Luis Diaz had been quite frustrating last season. Jarell Quansah, we got quite a lot of money for him given the profile of the player. But selling them all at the same time is just, it begs the question really. As soon as like Arne Slot's got the team that he actually wanted, it's fallen apart. And that's very concerning. You know, when the team was the same as it was under Jurgen Klopp, he did manage to extract quite a lot out of players that hadn't been as good under Jurgen Klopp, like a Ryan Gravenberch. He got Mo Salah's best season, probably, in Mo Salah's career as a Liverpool player, which is saying something, because all the other seasons have been amazing as well. But right now, Jesus Christ, we're out of the title race. We were anyway before today. No team has ever won the league, I'm pretty sure, having lost 6 games, or certainly more than 6 games, right? So it's already a wrap. It's done, because there's no way we go between now and the end of the season without slipping up. It's November, fam, and we don't look like we could beat a team from the Championship right now. If we went 1-0 down, I don't have any hope. It's just about being in Europe, which is such a failure at this point. To already be thinking, can we just qualify for the Champions League? Can we just about squeak top 5 is a failure of biblical proportions given the amount of money that we spent and the amount of hope that we had going into the season. Because again, on paper, these signings were amazing. Florian Wirtz is an incredible footballer. Alexander Isak is a tremendous striker. Milos Kerkez had been good for Bournemouth at left back last season. We'd made good signings. Leone even was class in that one game before he'd done his ACL. Mamardashvili, on paper, should have been a really good backup goalkeeper. Didn't really look that incredible whilst Alisson was out injured. It's a mess. It's a real mess. And I would love to know, Liverpool fans, non-Liverpool fans, how do you fix it? You've got 3 things that you could do to fix this club right now. What do you do? Drop it down below. I've been Niran. I've been depressed. I'll see you next time, fam. Like and subscribe. Fuck this shit, man. Pissing me off.